strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When an army surrounds me, my heart shall not fear. And though war rise against me, I will remain confident. I'm in war with the spirit that got my people on drugs. Turn my sisters to hoes, all my brothers to thugs. I'm in war with that spirit, put money before people. Hypocritical laws, claiming there's no evil. You not a thug, your facade is so see-through. Industry pushing more murder and more evil. You a real thug, so what? You still a whore for evil. Satan pimping you, after he kill you, he gon' leave you. I'm in war with the spirit that keep your mind from learning. You find them in institutions of higher learning. If I'm the government and wanna maintain a form of control, I'm only giving degrees.
Hey, how you doing? Jason here, FEMA Region 5, giving my Facebook article updates for September 25th, 2013. We'll jump in here first, start off at Mail Online. Was an American security team inside Kenya Massacre Mall. Harvard graduate claims she was rescued by Americans after she saw a man next to her shot dead. That is according to Benita Malakia, the Harvard-trained lawyer who was caught up in the siege and hid along with 15 others in a store inside the mall for 5 hours before the armed men arrived to lead them to safety. 30-year-old Malakia, who is from Elizabeth City, North Carolina, recounted the frantic scene tonight in an interview with NBC News, as her rescuers bluntly told her, "If you guys want to get out, we understand it's dangerous, but this is probably your best shot. If you don't get out now, you may not get out." Rushing to the exit, accompanied by the armed security men, who she believed were from the United States. 2 grenades thrown from only 30 feet away detonated near to them, but thankfully for Malakia, she escaped and returned home to her parents on Monday. This goes in farther with a lot of pictures and a lot of, thank you, from video feed of this Kenya Massacre mall shooting. You want to read more on this, go to Mail Online. Let's move on. HotAir.com, American Mall raises alert after Nairobi attack. The Department of Homeland Security is urging shopping malls in the United States to increase security in the aftermath of the carnage wrought by Al-Qaeda's Somalia affiliate over the weekend in Nairobi, Kenya. Malachi Kavanaugh, a spokesman for the International Council for Shopping Centers, told the Daily Beast on Monday that the department contacted shopping malls on Sunday to check on the precautions they were taking against mass shooters. U.S. intelligence officials say there is no specific threat of information suggesting Al-Qaeda is planning a similar kind of mass shooting in American shopping malls. Nonetheless, security experts worry about copycats. It's not just the copycats that have American officials worried. Shabab has successfully recruited dozens of young men from the U.S., mostly from the Twin Cities and its large Somalia expat community here. CBS News reviewed the well-known problem last night, noting that as many as 60 have disappeared over the last few years. 60, wow, that's gone up 10 from the last reports of 50 that I've recently read, and are presumed to be part of the terror group. The familiarity with the U.S. would make it easy for them to infiltrate to conduct a terrorist attack here, perhaps using the same model as Nairobi or Mumbai. Wow, let that sink in for a minute. Let's move on. Reuters.com, FBI releases video of delusional Navy Yard shooter. The FBI released surveillance video and photos of Navy Yard shooter Aaron Alexis on Wednesday and said he believed electromagnetic waves were controlling him for months before the rampage that killed 12 people. There are no signs that Alexis, 34, was targeting anybody in the September 16th shooting at the Navy Yard in southeast Washington, said Valerie Parlave, the FBI assistant director in charge of the Washington field office. We have found relevant communications on his electronic media which reference the delusional belief that he was being controlled or influenced by extremely low-frequency electromagnetic waves for the past 3 months, Parlave told a news conference. Basically, he believed he was being controlled by EMS, electrically low-frequency electromagnetic waves, and I guess he was specifically pleaded over his electronic media. I assume that's his Facebook, Twitter accounts, blah, 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 emails, and everything else that they spy on you, that he's had this problem for particularly 3 months. Now, his medical history goes back for anger problems and issues go back, I've reported, for years, prior to this, but specifically he's saying this was just for the last 3 months. Pretty odd. My elf weapon. Scratched into the shotgun where the phrase is into the torment, not what y'all say. Better off this way, and my elf weapon. Photos released by the FBI showed ELF is believed to stand for extremely low frequency. Let's move on. Naturalnews.com. Why is Obamacare so unaffordable? Because it was conceived as a political weapon of mass economic destruction. Right now, all across America, employees are receiving notices that their insurance coverage is being dropped because it isn't compliant with Obamacare. Simultaneously, employers everywhere are slashing jobs, cutting hours, and downsizing their operations just to stay afloat by avoiding the most punishing requirements of Obamacare. Across the economy, Obamacare is devastating American workers and casting tens of millions of people into a state of despair. Why is Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, so unaffordable? Why is it causing jobs, hours, and insurance policies to be gutted all across America? Because it was designed as a political weapon to destroy private sector jobs so that more people would become dependent on government entitlements, food stamps, and welfare programs. This is a really great article written by Mike Adams. If you want to read the rest of this, go to naturalnews.com. We'll move on. Reuters.com. Quake kills 45 people in Pakistan, creates new island in the sea. Wow, some earthquake news for you. This was a 7.8. Last week, I think, right at Fukushima, they had a 5.0, and I think off the coast of Peru, there was a tsunami warning for a 6.0 or 7.0. That was just today. Let's get into this article. Tremors were felt as far away as the Indian capital of New Delhi, hundreds of miles to the east, where buildings shook, as well as the sprawling port city of Karachi in Pakistan. The United States Geological Survey said the 7.8 magnitude quake struck 145 miles southeast of Dalbandin of Pakistan's earthquake-prone province of Baluchistan, which borders Iran. The earthquake was so powerful that it caused the seabed to rise and create a small mountain-like island about 600 meters off Pakistan's Gwadar coastline in the Arabian Sea. Television channels showed images of a stretch of rocky terrain rising above the sea level, with a crowd of bewildered people gathering on the shore to witness the rare phenomenon. Let's move on. Daily Mail, Mail Online. But that really is a nose job. Chinese man has a new nose grown on his forehead to replace the original, which was damaged in a car crash. A Chinese man has had a new nose grown on his forehead. The man, who has been named as Xylon, had the treatment to create a replacement for his original nose, which was infected and deformed. The procedure was carried out at a hospital in Fuzhou, Fujian province. The 22-year-old damaged his nose in a traffic accident in August 2012 but failed to seek treatment. As a result, an infection corroded the cartilage, leaving the surgeons unable to repair it. They were left with no choice but to grow him a nose and then to transplant it in place of his damaged one. Wow. The nose was created by placing a skin tissue expander onto Xylon's forehead. This was cut into the shape of a nose and was supported by cartilage taken from the man's ribs. Surgeons say that the nose has developed well and that the transplant surgery will be carried out soon. Now, this is no hoax. I've heard about this before, and this I suggest you want to read check out the pictures of this article. Go to mailonline.com. So it's pretty crazy news in the medical field today. We'll move on. Rawstory.com. Canadian church bars gay student for volunteering with children. Well, maybe this isn't a Catholic church. A 20-year-old St. Thomas University student says that a Canadian church dismissed him from his job volunteering in the children's ministry because of his sexual orientation. In Monday interview with Global News, Colin Briggs explained that he had volunteered at the Cross Points Wesleyan Church in Fredericton for years until he was kicked out of the program last week. He had also worked as a camp counselor for 2 years and joined Mission to Haiti. They basically told me they would prefer that I wouldn't volunteer there because I was gay, Briggs said. I went to sign up again this year to volunteer, and I didn't think about it being a big deal. So this homosexual didn't think it would be a big deal that that people would be concerned about him being around their kids. Let's move on. Last article of the day. Campusforum.org, college to host orgasm workshop for female undergrads. Wow. A small, prestigious liberal arts school in New York is set to host and fund a workshop on orgasms for undergrads on Monday. The workshop, hosted by Hamilton College Women's Center, will teach everything from multiple orgasms to that mysterious G-spot. according to its official description, and is open to male and female students. Whether you want to learn how to have your first orgasm, to have better ones, or to help your girlfriend, Maggie and Marshall cover it all. Maggie and Marshall are the two sex educators who teach the workshop. The exact price that the school paid for the workshop is unknown. However, the University of Minnesota Twin Cities paid $3,406 to host the same workshop earlier this year. There is no indication on whether or not the workshop will be hands-on, or if students who are under the age of 18 will be permitted to attend. So they just leave all that out. Let's leave out the fine print. Let's just fund this for our universities and for our school systems. Well, that's all my articles for today. Let me leave you with a quote. New World Order cannot happen without U.S. participation, as we are the most significant single component. Yes, there will be a New World Order, and it will force the United States to change its perceptions. Henry Kissinger, World Affairs Council Press Conference, Regent Beverly Hills, Beverly Wilshire Hotel, April 19th, 1994. Also, let me give you my proverb for the day. Proverbs 28:13, He that covereth his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy. Well, that's it, guys. Jason Kuhn clocking out, FEMA Region 5 for September 25th, 2013. And I'll leave you guys off with the song I brought you in on, Corey Red, War.
I'm at war with that spirit that always want to compete and justify doing dirt with Joe. I gotta eat. I'm at war with that spirit that want everything quick, fast. Santeria and voodoo and the spirit of witchcraft. I'm at war with the spirit of gimmicks and whack lyrics and rap critics who exhort artists that lack lyrics. You about the money, but what is it costing ya? Book of Revelation say drug dealers are sorcerers. I'm at war with the evil and rappers, the evil and pastors, the evil and actors, the evil and slave masters. I'm at war with the Eurocentric view of the world, white supremacy's godless. I'm at war with the kingdom of darkness. Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall,